Here are African countries that are most welcoming to African travelers, okay? My name is Vidashi Essay, and I'm here to discuss with you African news and African time. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere. So today I want to discuss about African most welcoming countries, okay? And I jump on this post on X by African Fact Zone, a page that discusses about Africa and African news. You can check them out on X. They have some cool stuff about Africa for you, okay? And my name is Vidashi here. What I do is I discuss Africa and African time. Let's go. All right, so African Fact Zone came in and says most welcoming African countries to African travelers. Number 1 is Benin. Number 2, the Gambia. Number 3, Rwanda. Number 4, Seychelles. Number 5, Ghana. Number 6, Nigeria. Number 7, Guinea-Bissau. Number 8, Cape Verde. Number 9, Togo. Then number 10, Mauritania. Okay, so there you have it. These countries listed here are Africa's most welcoming people or most welcoming countries to African travelers, okay? And as you can see here, West African countries were topping the chart, then East African countries were also very well present in the list. That's much to hear, okay? It's actually good that African countries are having open arms to fellow Africans. We need to do this a lot because there shouldn't have been any barrier in any part of Africa. But I know you get there. Small, we will actually get there. I hope you're enjoying this point. Let's continue with this. Okay, so the source of this report by African Fact Zone, they says that their source is Visa Openness Africa Reports 2023. So let's check it out and see how they came about with this report. Okay, so Africa's Visa Openness in 2023. Analysis of the Africa's Visa Openness report. So on the 20th of February 2024 by Emily Panda. Okay, so this is a blog page that I'm going to check about how they came about with this, okay? So there says, the recently released Africa Visa Openness Report 2023 presents an overview of the current state of visa policies across the continent, with 28% of country-to-country travel within Africa allowing African citizens visa-free entry, a notable increase from 20% in 2016. It seems that there has been tangible improvement in openness to immigration. Okay, so it also says that in 2023, 24 African countries, that is 44% of the continent, offered e-visas, a marked increase from 9 countries, that is 70% in the 2016. Okay, so 15 countries improved their visa openness score in the past year, with 3 in the top 10 and another 3 in the top 20. All right, that's what they are saying. They are saying that Africa have actually increased their immigration, country-to-country immigration policies to each African countries by African people. Okay, they are saying that there have been 28% increasement here, but 2016 it was actually 17%. And they are saying that there have been 3 countries that have moved to top 10, and there have also been 4 countries that have moved to the top 20 on the list of Africa's most welcoming countries in Africa. That's pretty cool, yeah? That's pretty cool. Well, that's so much pretty cool. So they are saying that basically they are saying how free is it for African people to travel to another African country. So they are saying that some African countries have decided to make it a visa free for African people, that as long as you're an African, you are always welcome to their countries. And they have virtually improved. Well, recently we heard about Rwanda, Mr. Paul Kagame saying that it's now visa free for every African to visit Rwanda. So I'm sure that is really fascinating to hear, right? Africa should be like this. There shouldn't have been any barrier between us. But hey, I know time will tell, and as time goes on, Africa will surely get there, right? How are you happy about this news? I hope you're happy, because I'm actually excited about this news, yeah? Very much. Okay, so as this post was shared on X by African Fact Zone, under the comment section, let's see how the various African countries thought about this, okay? Let's go. All right, so to our first comment, this one came in and says, Nigeria is a welcoming country full of great tourist attraction centers that will probably never find anywhere else in Africa. You should consider stopping by during your next vacation. That's a good advert by this African fellow. Sister, or should I say man, is saying that Nigeria, the giant of Africa, the beacon of West African culture, yep, I should say that, they're actually very indigenous and should I say, very beautiful people from Africa, Nigeria, having diversity, lots of languages and lots of cultures, only in Nigeria. So if you ever step out to have some time or vacation in Africa, don't forget to stop by in Nigeria. That is pretty cool. And I hope one day I'll also visit Nigeria too. It's a must visit country for me on my list, and I hope I'll be there someday, okay? So shout out to the Giants of Africa, and hopefully one day I'll visit the famous Lagos. I've heard so much about Lagos. I have to be there one day, right? I have to visit Lagos, I have to be at Abuja, I have to go and see some nice, exciting things about Nigeria too. I want to for the first time, see the keke, how it's been run in Nigeria. I want to be there, yeah, seriously. I'll be there soon. I'll surely be there. All right, so this one also came in and says, Nigeria is the only big country that is in the top 10 of the most welcoming African nations to other Africans. Nigeria has been playing the role of a big brother since the country's gained independence. This explains the reason why Egypt and South Africa, in brackets, despite their economic fortunes, have failed to upstage Nigeria as the unofficial leader on the continent and Africa's biggest bargaining power in the world politics. That is why Africa's slot for the UN Security Council permanent membership will mostly likely be given to Nigeria. Wow, man is actually doing a lot of shots here. I didn't actually wanted to discuss about this point, but well, I have to share with you guys to see how some people also think, okay? This thinking is not actually how most Nigerians think. That is individual, how this person thinks about this whole issue. Man is saying that Nigeria is only the biggest or the big country in the top 10. Based on the population, based on GDP, based on anything, it's true. On the top 10, Nigeria is the biggest on the list, that's for sure. And man is saying that because of that, how welcoming Nigerians are, it makes them give the unofficial leader of the continent. I know some people will challenge about this, but there shouldn't have been who is the leader here or who is not the leader here. I actually don't care. Because we are all here when Africa have an African Union, but every country just wake up from the West or Asia and just say, I'm having African Summit, and then all the 54 countries will go and be there, forgetting that we have one common mouthpiece that's supposed to be there to represent all of us, the African Union, okay? So, bro, no need for saying who's the leader here. I think you have to let your leadership be felt, okay? Because how come South Korea have an African Summit to call 48 African leaders to be present there? Why would we have African Union? Why should it be so? Every country just woke up and say, Belgium African Summit, France African Summit, USA African Summit, China African Summit. Everybody wants to have a summit with Africa. If you're really the leader, you should step on this and make the African Union great, okay? That would be so much important to me than this you are saying. But as I said, not all Nigerians think like that. It's actually his individual opinion here. Thank you. Okay, so this one also came in and says, Ghana always ahead of Nigeria, and Ghana should be top 2. Well, I'm not surprised she's saying Ghana should be ahead of Nigeria. First of all, that's how these people are. You have to pull Canada, then you make a point. This Ghana-Nigeria thing is never ending anytime soon, okay? It's definitely how Ghana-Nigeria people reacted. But she is saying that Ghana should have been number 2 on the list. Well, Ghana is actually not a free visa for all African people yet, so I'm not sure Ghana will be number 2, sister. But for Rwanda and then these countries being on number 1, it's actually, that's how it is for them, okay? Hopefully Ghana will also do that too. I'm hoping for that to happen. All right, so to our last comment, this one also came in and says, Kenya could have been top 5, but I blame Ruto. What did Ruto do, bro? Ruto, what did you ever do? So Ruto is His Excellency. Ruto is Kenya's president, okay? The man is saying that Kenya could have been on the top 5 on the list, but he blames the president because recently the Kenyan president have made an alliance with the United States of America. And also the Kenyan have also sent a military to Haiti to promote peace and whatever, good for them. So actually Kenya is acting differently to the African people and then to the black community as a whole. That's what some people think. They think that Kenya is being a sellout, or should I say the Kenyan president, though. That's how some Kenyans want us to believe. It's not all Kenyans that actually support the president's decisions, but it's actually the president. So that's how I should say it, okay? So the Kenyan president is actually acting wayward from Africa. So Mo is saying that if Kenya is not on the list, is because how the Kenyan president is recently acting is like he's leaving the African continent, or is not actually being part of the African thing. That's what he believed, that Kenya could have been part of the list, okay? So one is what I share say, and I was here to share with you Africa's most welcoming countries to African travelers, okay? And the top 10 on the list, we have number 1 is the Benin Republic, number 2, the Gambia, number 3, the Rwanda, number 4, Seychelles, number 5, Ghana, number 6, Nigeria, number 7, Guinea-Bissau, number 8, Cape Verde, number 9, Togo, then number 10, Mauritania. And their sources is Visa Openness Africa Report 2023. hope you enjoyed this point or this section. Hope you follow for more and have some more time with African stories. The name is Velashi Essay. See you around.